Hi, everyone. All right, I have some business to take care of first, and then we'll get to my lovesick lovebird because he is lovesick. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Hang in there. I love you. I know. So okay, I want to talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about how we're going to execute this situation. You guys have to understand, and I'm talking to my soldiers, U.S. soldiers, Marine, Army, Navy. Listen, Civil War is coming. Okay, Civil War. That means war. I guess what it means is war in the United States, like civil citizens going against each other. This is going to get worse as time goes on. But you guys got to understand it. Listen, you're going to make it home. I'm talking to my angels who love me and fear God and serve this country to protect the 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 your people, our people. In war, okay? In my book, my dad said the enemy is the enemy. Child, woman, man, old and young. They are enemies. People who are in this country that speak another language or are fighting against each other in our land, consider them right now the enemy of my territory, of America. They are here planting seeds. They're going to have kids here. We don't want them here. And they have to get out at all costs. Okay? So this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to execute it. All right? They have no rights in here. So they must understand and make it clear to them before you start gassing them and possibly shooting them. Let these students know that we gonna fire some shots in the air. Okay? And you should know we're going to start taking you out. All right? Now, we want to have mercy and we want to have peace before violence. All right? So, understand, this is not a game. This is not a game. They have to get off the land. They have to get off the land. Okay? Israel, Palestine, Arabs, whatever, Chinese, whatever. I don't care. Jamaican, I don't care. You have to get off the land. Hawaiian, I don't care. I do not care. And as far as these college students are concerned, their parents wasted their money because we're killing all colleges in my land. So they're not going to prosper anyway. There will be no more colleges. There'll be no more sports until I get my people well. So let's go. All the righteous judges, all the righteous military, police officers, my angels, it's time for war. Okay? There's no time. My dad is going to get in your spirits, put in your spirits, the old spirits, the spirit of old, the soldiers of David. Okay? That's what you're called. You're waking up to be. You're waking up to your calling. And we're talking about the men. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about the men, the soldiers of war. All right? It's time to suit up because America, no one from another country is coming here to fight. Because this is personal. This is between, like, my dad and the enemies, the weed that is planted here, and think they're going to have a voice here when their heart is for somewhere else. You see, their hearts are for other people outside of this country. They weren't born, raised here, and even if they were born and raised here, their bloodline is over there. They can easily become enemies. And those who are born and raised here and they speak English, they can be in the army. They speak English. They don't know no other language. They can stay in the armed forces. If they have, if they speak another language, give them their walking papers. You got to go. And it doesn't matter if it looks like, oh, well, we won't have enough people. Let me tell you something. My God is with you. Don't worry about it. Remember Gideon? He had a couple hundred, and my dad was like, nah, we're going to bring it down lower. We're going to bring it down lower. We're going to bring it down lower. So don't be afraid. Give them their walking papers. Say, listen, you got to go over to your country. If they fear God and they love me, they'll be like, okay, I'll take my stuff, because we do not want people from different countries in any of my the U.S. for the soldier. You can't. You just can't have it. We just can't have it. Just like the men of America, born, raised here, only speak English, only know English. Like you gotta separate yourselves from these women and your children, because it's a no. It's a whole no for me. It's a whole no. Listen, it's up to you if you want to go over to her country with her or not. But I don't know if they're gonna welcome you. I don't think that it's gonna be a good life over there. You better separate yourself from that woman and be like, all right, it's you men got some decisions to make. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do with this situation with the college kids. All right, you guys know on their phones who they are, who their parents are. We are going to seize their parents' accounts and their accounts. And we're going to give them an option to leave, get on a plane, and go to the country that you're fighting for, you're protesting for, or stay here and die. It's just that simple. And if you guys got a whole bunch of them and one of them try to go at you, shoot them right in the head so the other ones know you ain't playing. We're not playing. This is a time of war. This is a time of purification of my land. Shoot them right in the head. And then anybody else want smoke? Because it's God's doing. It's my Father's doing. By His Spirit, you will do that. Because you guys are trying to make it home. And then one try to act out and try to act like he's bigger than God. Psh, don't hesitate. Pow. Just like that. And then they'll be like, you know what? I think I want to go over there to Israel. I think I want to go back over there to Palestine. Don't play no games with these people. They got to get out. So take note, their iPhones, wherever they live, you got the addresses. Listen, we're seizing your parents' accounts. We're seizing everything. Get out. We're going to give you a chance to get out. The only flights that should be taken, going back and forth, is not for vacation. Not for vacation, baby. This is just going back to your own country. I don't care, Africa. I don't care where you're from. You got to get out. You can't stay here. Because my dad got dealings with us who live here, my people who live here. Because them storms and everything is coming. Fire's coming. Hell, and here in America, purification is coming. That's why we have to all stand in one accord, united front. And my dad is sending men of war. Like they're like, you know, they know, they hear my voice and they know they're from of old. And they know they have to separate themselves. Okay, so listen. Nehemiah was actually me. Okay. Okay, let's go to Nehemiah 13, chapter 13. Okay, chapter 13, verse 23. At that time, I also discovered that many of the Jewish men, the Hebrew men, American men, had married women from Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. Half of their children spoke the language of Ashdod or some other language and didn't know how to speak our language, Hebrew. Okay? I reprimanded the men, called down curses on them, beat them, and pulled out their hair, meaning they were bald. Then I made them take an oath in the name of love that never again, it said God's name, that never again would they or their children intermarry with foreigners, foreign women. I told them it was foreign women that made King Solomon sin. Here was a man who was greater than any of the kings of other nations. God loved him and made him king over all of America, and yet he fell into sin. Are we then to follow your example and disobey our God, my God, by marrying foreign women? Joiada was the son of Eliashib, the high priest. But one of Joiada's sons married the daughter of Sanballat from the town of Beth Horon. So I made Jehoiada leave Jerusalem. And that's what I'm saying. You can't separate yourself from your wife, then you got to go over to the country from where she's from. Can't have it. Can't have it. One weed, can't have it. This goes for Hollywood, the ones that are coming out of Hollywood, and the ones that are here. Because these are women that worship other gods. You gotta marry an English-speaking person that was brought up in this land and know the culture. The spirit of love will be upon all of my people. The spirit of love and understanding, caring, concern, and unity. Okay? And it's not like we wish the other tribes evil. No, they got to get it together. We have to set the example, and we can't get it together and together in unity when we have different tribes in here mixed up with women mixed up in who they should worship and who their God is. Their gods are carvings, carvings like snakes and all other kinds of things. I don't know what them people worship. Okay, but in America, we fear the God, the unseen God. Okay, and this is I am God of America. Actually, of the world, but of America. Worship and praise is due to me. And my dad has shown signs, wonders, and miracles that I didn't even see because of the love that I have for the human race. Okay? And that's the only way that we can get this world back the way that it's supposed to be, is by cleaning up our land first and setting an example for the other countries. And I'm not saying hate them, because even when I was Elijah, okay, or was I Elijah or Elisha? You know, I didn't kill them, but I fed them and sent them back. Do you understand? They got to go back. You understand? They can't stay here. So get your goodbyes ready, and just be like, and start packing them up. But if they want the smoke, give them the smoke, and tell them this is no joke. My father's not playing. They're either going to go back or they're going to die here. Let them know. You don't mince words. Do not mince words. You either go back or you're going to die here. Starvation, famine, disease, and war. Because our people are not going to be nice to them. Just like I don't want their people to be nice to my people who should be over here by now. They either got to get out of your country or they're going to die here. Don't make it comfortable for any foreigner in any country. Nobody got time for that. My baby's like, and I'm like, this is just too much. It's got to stop. You understand? My dad is ripping, like, really. How much do we have to see? How many more people have to die before you guys get it and understand that he's not playing? This couple has to come together, and he wants me home. My dad wants me home every night. I'm praying like, oh, Dad, and my people are like, please. Like, how many interviews do I have to do on Jimmy Kimmel or whatever? Stop doing interviews. Jimmy Kimmel, take a seat. Stop doing anything anybody tells you to do that I'm not telling you to do. And stop worrying about food. And where you going to live, where you going to sleep, you're going to be taken care of. I promise you that. But if you don't believe, then you're going to be out there in the streets. I just don't know what to tell you. I just don't want you. If you don't want out, then stay there and keep doing interviews and keep doing this and keep doing that then. All right? Keep faking it until you're not making it. Then when you're not making it, then you're like, oh, that's what she was talking about. All right? So we're not playing. We're not playing with this separate yourselves from these women. We're not playing. Dad's not playing. There's plenty, just like, they went to over there to Dominican Republic to exploit the baseball players, and there's plenty of American baseball players here. Little boys grew up thinking, I want to be a baseball player, blah, blah, and they get the whole Puerto Rico or the whole Dominican Republic over here playing, and for pennies. And then won't let the person go back over there to their country and replenish the land. Like, make it make sense. It don't make no sense. So, can't even make it make sense, because the human mind is just like a big, like I said, shot out. Y'all shot out. Shot out means like brains just gone. It's just hollow. There's nothing there. Nothing there. The enemy has taken all, like, and that's how dangerous money can be to human race without any wisdom. They don't even think about that what's real. They don't even think about. All they could think about is that house, that car, that beautiful car, that this and that. This is what good is a beautiful car when you're sick? What good is a beautiful car when all your family members are dead and you don't have friends around? Why would you buy a car that goes 110 miles per hour, whatever, and the speed limit is only 55, 65? Where are you going? I gotta be the first one to get this. I gotta be the first one to get that. I gotta be the first one. And what? And then what? Then what? You got it now. What? What? You cool now? Okay. All right. Ooh, be irking me. Irking my nerves. The pride. Just the pride on their faces. The look on their faces is just like, yeah. I can't. Especially when I know there are people, my butterflies are humble. They've been humble. They understand where they went left. My dad has got him to the point where, yeah, I went all the way left and came around full circle back to where I started. This is real life. Let this generation know. This millennial generation, this college people, kids coming, it's no joke now. Okay? Your little Teslas, little apartments, your monies, you go into the Taylor Swift concerts and it's over. It's over. Playtime is over. Game over. It's over. They're going to be out on the street with their dogs. And these people who are foreigners, they're going to get people to come in and snatch their stuff, and then they're going to make an insurance claim. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Not here. You beat. And you're going to get kicked out of the country. If my dad is merciful enough, he might let you get out of the country, but you might just die here because you're part of the problem. You see, these foreigners, America, came here to steal, kill, and destroy this country. I'm talking to the army of David. They are not. There's no kumbaya right now. There's no, they've been my friend for 50 years. They've been my neighbor for 50 years. They never bother anybody. They got to get out. They got to go back to where they come from. That's why Richie's got to go back to where he came from. Italy is Italy. Rome, that's them. Here is here. He can't stay here. I love him. I care very much for him. But not in a way to where it's disobedient to my father and the detriment of my land and my people. It's just like, okay, you got to go back now. Your job here is now over. It's bless you. I send you on your way. And that's because of King. Yeah, he was born and raised here, but his spirit belongs over there to the people. over there in Europe. He has to go back because he's a king of old. And the worldwide have seen what he's been through, what he's done. Okay? And God loved him too, enough to let him come to be a test against me. And you see in the book of Job, right? They had conversations, with my father. Had conversations. My dad used the enemy to put me back on the throne and prove to the enemy that you are not greater than her, and never will you ever be greater than her. And if you were, it's for a time. So America, it is what it is. Get ready to start saying your goodbyes to your best friends, your uncles, your aunts, or whatever, because you have a decision to make. That's how we're gonna handle it. Don't be kind to these kids all over America fighting for something they don't even know what they're talking about. Because when we get them back over to where they're fighting for, they're gonna see like, wow, we should have kept our mouth shut. It doesn't matter. You still had to go. See, they got it all messed up. They got it all messed up. They think they are living in the kingdom of man, where you can go to court and you can sue somebody and no, for money and this and that. No. Mm-mm. My kingdom comes, and it's you could call him savage. My dad is like, we don't play with demons. We don't play with people who come over here and break the rules, who want to be disobedient. Clear off the path. We don't give you no right. You're on my land. You don't have a right to protest. You don't have a right to pitch tents anywhere you want to. Go home and go to sleep. Mind your business. But since you don't want to do that, we're kicking your parents out of these houses, and we're doing everything that we can to get you off this land. Hopefully safely. But if not, you want to go by death, a bag of dust, is up to you. They have a decision to make. We're no longer playing games. Separation from foreigners. When the law of Moses was being read aloud, the people, they came to the passage that said that no Ammonite or Moabite was ever to be permitted to join God's people. This was because the people of Ammon and Moab did not give food and water to the Israelites on their way out of Egypt. Instead, they paid money to Balaam to curse Israel, but my God turned the curse into a blessing. When the people of Israel heard this law read, they excluded all foreigners from the community. And so the enemy sold out my people and this country, that they could come over here and live just as good, when my dad said no. So whatever money that these corrupt governments gave is money of mine that was corrupt. So they don't own it anyway. He's got to pay back everything. I own all the money in the whole entire world. No, nothing's going to get flowing until I say, listen, let flow, bless this country, bless that country. We got to do that here, there. And those people, the blessed people of mine, are in their countries, right? They bless me, the leaders of these countries. They understand the assignment. The assignment is love your neighbor as yourself. Love people like you love you. You're all human beings, okay? You are all human beings. The leaders, everybody's a human being, except for me. My spirit is above all spirits of the earth, okay? So what I say, the love and the laws of me and my Father flow to the human beings, the leaders of the human beings in the earth. And they carry out those commands so that they and their people, their families, and the people of their country can live blessed lives. And my dad doesn't have to flood, rock, shake, destroy their land and the people anymore. But that will stop when I come in contact with my husband and my dad is happy. When his spirit's happy, then everybody said, Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And that's a true statement. And I'm not happy because my husband's not happy right now. I don't know why he's not happy, but I think he's just lovesick. I just feel it so strong. He's just not happy. He's had no poor baby. Like, I get it. And by my dad's spirit, I can endure. But he's for another video. But anyway, I love you guys. Blessings to all of you. I'll see you next one. Mwah. Mwah. See you later. Bye.